Well, I'm sitting here in the dark and my fire's kind of gone out. It's smoking, but it's, let me see. It's smoking, but it's not, flaming. It wants to, it just needs a little more air. But, I started thinking in my last video, I wanted to thank that friend of mine that I talked to, and he really has a lot of great points, and I thank him for spending the time to study and explain to others and share his information. I mean, it really means a lot to people when they're in a jam and they can have someone who has taken the great time to understand and explain. I just wanted to thank him. I'm not saying that anybody else that I've talked to hasn't had great information, because there's been a lot of people who've had much great information that's helped me along. I could thank tons of people, and even when the people don't even think they've helped, they've helped, especially to those people who are really not doing that great, you know. If you tell my voice, I'm a little upset because I am thankful. I do appreciate things. I can't always express how I feel about how they've helped me. Sometimes it's not always the right time, or maybe later it's too late to where maybe they've gone off and you haven't had the chance to tell them. I mean, there could be lots of reasons why, but with the boundary thing that he was talking about, and I've studied into this before, and I've watched YouTube videos about boundaries, and I noticed the mistakes I've made, and I really end up screwing myself, because when I don't say anything in the beginning and I just keep taking it and I don't say anything, because I don't know if I think that maybe, yeah, my fire is smoking. I don't know if I think that maybe, it'll just go away or what. I mean, I'm really not sitting there thinking that anything's going to become of it that's a problem. I mean, I'm not one that sits there and thinks everything turns into a problem. And I'm not saying that other people are bad for doing that. They're way better off than me when they can judge ahead of time where it could lead. That's awesome. I'm one of them who can't. I don't know. I guess I think of fairness and think of, wow, that's smoking. Of fairness and how people deserve a chance, and just, I really like that when people can have a chance. I really do. But the world seems to be set up to not be there for those type of people who need or deserve a chance. And I don't like to say the word deserve, because none of us really deserve anything. I mean, we're lucky for anything we have. But I want to thank that friend out there who texts me once in a while. It's only been lately. It's not even that much, but I just want the person to know that the little bit that you think you don't do really means a lot, especially to people who are hurting and lonely and in jams. With the boundary thing, it really is important. And my dad used to say to have a built-in excuse, and I think that maybe if he would have explained it different, the way he said it, always have a built-in excuse, sounded not right to me. So if my dad could have explained a little better to where, have a set of rules, or have, boundaries to where you don't go past that certain point. If he could have explained it to me like that, maybe I could understand it more. And then in my last video, I said, when people explain it in simple terms to me, then I understand it better. But I think what it is that if they would say, for instance, like that friend said, Steph, you're inviting shame, you're inviting guilt, you're inviting anger. If somebody can tell you that in a backwards kind of way, and it makes me wonder if maybe those parables, I don't understand the parables in the Bible, but maybe the parables in that sense were explaining it in the backwards way. And those are things that I just don't understand. But some people are really good at explaining it in a backwards kind of way, because I think our mind just don't think that way in the first place. And it's hard to comprehend and grasp. I'm just sitting here staring in the dark, so if you see the dirt, you get the little pool over here, but in that backwards kind of way, when people can explain that other way to you, it really helps out. And excuse me, I've had many people help me to bring me to that place of understanding, and I really appreciate it. So this video is kind of boring. It's just looking at the dirt and my fire that I'll show you. It's just smoking. It was doing good, but see, I like it when people can bring you to that place of understanding. And I mean, I'll go for weeks and just thinking to myself, and I should express myself to the people more. But then, when you express yourself to the people more and you say, hey, you really helped me in this and that, sometimes that's that pushing them away too. I think they think that you're going to want more and this and that, which I wouldn't think that asking for words of wisdom would be asking overboard. I think asking for money or something would be, really going overboard. But I just really want to thank these people that are in my life. I hope they watch this video and hear me. It's sometimes hard for me to express my feelings in person or through text because I can't speak very well. It reminds me in the Bible when they said, to Moses, and he go into the land and free my people, and he can't speak.